for the most part, are those facts accurate?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you get into an argument and into a fight with SB?
Right away, the defendant tries to dodge blame classic move, but the court's not buying vague denials. Watch how this unfolds.
I don't believe so.
You don't think you did?
I just know that when she dropped me off, she was yelling stuff at me when I drove off.
So what did you do?
I just drove off.
You didn't do anything?
No.
You didn't provoke a disturbance?
No.
Good, we're going to trial. Thanks. We'll set this matter for a trial. Okay? We will go on the record in the matter 24 CM 202, State of Wisconsin versus Andrew Koti. The state appears through Assistant District Attorney Holly Rockow in person. Mr. Koti appears in person in custody with counsel Joel Faliski. We're set today in this matter for a plea and sentencing hearing. The parties have reached...
Comes the plea deal. Disorderly conduct only, despite multiple serious charges. Sound fair? To you, let us know in the comments.
An agreement. Mr. Faliski, can you please recite the agreement for the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Koti has agreed to plead to one count of misdemeanor disorderly conduct with the remaining counts in the complaint dismissed and read in, and a joint recommendation by both parties for court costs totaling $443.
And I believe he was in the process of a revocation. Was he revoked or did...
Yes, Your Honor. As of yesterday afternoon, the final decision from the administrator came in, and he has been revoked, and he will be sent to Polk County for sentencing.
Okay. And what charges was he convicted of in Polk County?
I believe they were substance use related, Your Honor. I was not originally opted into that case. That was my predecessor, Mr. Pollock. Unfortunately, I cannot speak to any detail as to the nature of those charges.
All right, thank you. I can just pull it up. I just am curious.
Let's pause Andrew. Had prior drug convictions, now add revocation to the list. This isn't his first rodeo, and the stakes just got higher.
Would it be for the 24 cases or for a 21 case, Mr. Koti?
24?
Oh, 24 case. Okay, so for the 24 cases, possession of amphetamine as a repeater, possession of cocaine, a misdemeanor, what it looks like. All right. Okay. Basis for the agreement and why it's in the public interest, Ms. Rockow?
Your Honor, Mr. Schmidt negotiated this case with Mr. Pollock and Mr. Flasky, but based on my review of the file, I believe that this was based upon...
Notice how the prosecutor downplays the case as relatively minor. This soft language hides a disturbing pattern. Keep watching.
The facts and circumstance surrounding the case being relatively minor in terms of the disorderly conduct. There was, of course, the violation of the bail, but that was the Polk County bail. And so it looks like that was all resolved with his latest revocation. So those bail jumps being dismissed and read in is appropriate for that reason. And I don't believe that any additional confinement or supervision is going to be necessary as he is facing that sentence for the revocation.
Okay. All right. So we do have victim SB in the courtroom here today, and Ms. Bauer, SB would like to make a statement. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
SB may come up here and have a seat at the black desk, and you may provide a statement. If you are going to read something, please read it very slowly so my court reporter can take everything down.
Of course.
Now the victim takes the stand. Pay close attention, this isn't just courtroom drama. It's the raw, emotional fallout of domestic violence.
I was in a relationship with Andrew Koti for almost a year. Since we started dating on January 22nd, 2024, I knew there was something wrong with the way he would talk to me or even act. But I was in love. On April 5th, that's when the real anger started. Almost every day from then until the 22nd of October, or the 21st of October, there were fights. He would hit me, but he always thought that he could just make it up. Sorry. On October 21st, we were at a friend's house and he was on the phone with a friend. And just out of nowhere, he called me the B word and then threw a car manual at me. Seconds later, he would spit in my face. But once again, made it up, told me he would never do it again. But just a couple hours later, my world flipped around. On October 22nd, about midnight, we left the friend's house and he drove to a parking area in Grantsburg. I ended up falling asleep in the passenger seat, like I always had.
This moment is terrifying. A flare gun fired, a mirror thrown, and physical assault. How is this man only getting a misdemeanor plea?
He ended up waking me up to ask me where the drugs were. I handed him what he had wanted. And I went back to sleep. He woke me up again and asked me for the other bag. I said I gave him everything I had and I didn't have anything else. He got angry and started firing the flare gun out the sunroof. The second time he woke me up, he asked me once again.
Describes the moment he snapped. His eyes were black. That's not just abuse, that's trauma etched into memory. Intro.
And I told him the same thing I had told him the first time. This time, he got mad at what I had told him, and he ripped off the rearview mirror and threw it in the back seat. Then he took the passenger visor and ripped it off the car, and then hit me in the cheek with it. The third time he asked, I told him the same thing. This time, he ripped off my glasses, bent them, and broke them. So I thought I was going to try and call for help. He ended up taking my phone and with his two hands, literally ripped it in half. The fourth time he woke me up, I kept repeating what I had told him every time. And this time I looked at him and I looked in his eyes and they were black. It was like Andy was gone and someone else took over. The next thing I knew, he started bashing my head against the passenger window. And all I kept thinking was, I have to get away, otherwise he's going to kill me. So I had got him calmed down enough to where he would drive to Dollar General where the van was parked. We were going to move it, but we decided he didn't want to because he was getting tired.
Isn't just asking for jail time, she's fighting for peace of mind. From therapy to medication, her life has changed forever.
He let me drive the car, and I knew that was the only way I was going to get out. I drove the car to the Frederick Trailer Park, where I knew I would be safe. I parked in the front entrance and stopped. He woke up and started yelling, calling me every name in the book, but I was only able to grab my purse, and that was it. I started walking to my friend Jen's house in the park, and I got there and she asked me if she could call, and I said yes, and fell to the ground. The cop from town came and my body started going numb. I ended up throwing up and passing out. Not knowing what was going on, they called the EMTs, and I went to the hospital and had a CT scan. Your Honor, this is still painful for me. I have anxiety and panic attacks now every day. I am actually on nightmare medicine. I don't know the name of it.
No contact, no weapons, and 90 days behind bars. Do you think that's justice or a slap on the wrist? Comment your verdict.
But I have nightmares every night, every time I sleep, of what he did to me. I am in therapy almost either 1 or 2 days a week, and I will be on therapy for at least 3 years, she said. This was 6 months ago, and yet it still gets to me every day. I don't know how I'm going to move on from this. So I'm asking you